Well, don't get used to those nice balls days in St. Louis and warm days and above average days. Our average high is 60. We're going to be essentially near 70 the next several days because a hostile takeover is happening of cold air. Winter is staging this hostile takeover. A massive 30-degree plus plunge is on the way. Look at that. We go from 65 on Saturday to 39 for a high on Sunday. Are you kidding me? 41 on Monday. Oof. That's going to hurt. It's like going from the hot tub into the cold plunge. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be happening. And it's not just there to St. Louis. It's really across the entire eastern half of the country, all the way down to Florida. The west is going to stay very warm because we have quite a seesaw action that's going on, and I'll show that to you. Minneapolis, we are in the blue here all the way through our Monday, but listen, 35, 33 in Minneapolis. We've all decided that's still flip-flop t-shirt weather probably for people who live in Minneapolis, but we get a nice boost of warmth here as we head into our Tuesday at 51 degrees. Look at today, 50s, all the way to Rapid City, 57, Minneapolis, Buffalo, 55. We have got that warmth in place, even the 80s down in the south. But watch this flip. 80 million below average on Saturday, 200 above average on Saturday. But this is a system that's starting to make its way through the country. It starts on the first half of our weekend, and then by the time we get to Monday, quite a flip, right? So we've got some seesaw action here, 215 million below average. You have a big ridge in the west that allows all that warmth to go very far north. Now, speaking of north, that's where all that cold air is coming from, of course. You're going to see it dropping down. There it is. Woof. And it gets all the way through the south. I'm talking about even into Florida. We are going to see those below average temperatures. Huge dip in the jet stream. Gulf Stream, the jet stream going down to the Gulf, that allows that cold air to get very far south. So our highs 10 to 20 degrees below average. These are our highs. Imagine the morning lows are going to be down in the teens, even cooler than that with the wind blowing in some places because wind chills will be a factor. We are going to see 42 million below 32 on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Monday morning. That number just continues to grow as that cold air just keeps creeping south. Look at Tuesday morning, 28 in Jackson, 30 in Tallahassee, 31 in Charleston, even into Tampa, 43 degrees, which is freezing for Florida. Atlanta, there's your drop off. Here's the thing. Sunday morning, we're going to be nice and warm. But Molly, if you forget that the cold is coming Monday, and all of a sudden, like that cold air wakes you up in the middle of the night, you're going to be like, what?
Or you walk out of your house and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I need a jacket.
What happened? How long was I asleep? Let's look at the system on the north side of this, too, because this is going to be bringing some snow. It's not a lot, but it's some. And for all of us, it's going to be, say, Chicago, Great Lakes, the first snow of the season. Sioux Falls, back to Bismarck. It's not just snow. We also have a lot of wind coming in with this. All of these systems have been featuring just a lot of wind energy, and this next one for the weekend is not going to be an exception. This is Arctic air. We're not seeing, that true, say, mid-winter Arctic air, mostly because we don't have a lot of snow either in Canada or across the northern tier that keeps that air cold as it seeps to the south. But still, it's going to be a lot colder than what we have been, especially as Steph was talking about as this makes it all the way into the south. This low pressure does wind its way across the northern tier. On the back side of this, you've got that colder Arctic air that's moving over what are really warm lake water right now. And that's going to really trigger some lake effect snow for many of us. It's not going to be a lot, but it is going to be nice to see at least the first one of the season. Let's start the timer here because we've got Saturday morning with the snow falling and blowing at times horizontal here in Bismarck down through Sioux Falls. Just south of that, we've got rain. Des Moines, perhaps we get right on the edge of seeing a rain-snow mix. But keep an eye on Chicago because as we see that colder air wrap around there, now we get snow in Chicago for Sunday. Keep that in mind, travel plans. Just, something you want to keep in the back of your mind if you've got travel plans this weekend because de-icing is going to have to start at a lot of these airports too, and that's only going to make some more delays for many of us. Let's take a look.